Today's Friday. I just woke up and it's moving day. Ugh.
Look! Somebody went to the drive-thru.
Let's see. What happened to this van here?
I was like, hey, I want to get myself a coffee, and I'll just smash the top of it up.
What the hell? We got this van here. I'm gonna start putting stuff inside. Look how long this thing is.
I'm not sure, it's probably a little bit. The length is the same, I think.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's 12 feet. He said it's 12 feet. The length is the same. Maybe the other one was a 14-footer. I don't remember.
I think the width was more.
You think so?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, all right.
Here's the inside of the van. Oh.
All right, we're ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, I'm ready. This thing is... Oh, shut this.
I was gonna try to connect my phone, but I don't think there's Bluetooth here.
There's
like an aux cord.
Yeah, this is a weird ass.
Who has an aux cord though?
You do.
It went in my car. I don't want to take it out. See this? You don't know how many times these two lanes have been filled up, completely full, and I just went in the third lane and I just merged over here and I was all set. And I just got through all the traffic like that, right? Is that what's up?
It's because everybody follows the same norm and does what everybody else does. Create your own path. Oh my God. Create your own path, guys.
Here we are, we're on campus.
WPI.
Get out.
Go forward?
Yeah.
Go straight.
Alright, let's take a look.
I'm not going in. Open the door. I'm not going in.
Let's take a look inside. Give you a house tour. Still open?
There's still a little bit of trash in here.
Yeah, well, that seems just from this week. Yeah. All right, it's not that nasty in here.
It doesn't smell though. Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, this is our room.
This nice when it's busy, huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you don't need a mirror. You get this one here. And is see the closet? Oh shit.
Oh, I thought he was gonna take that mirror, but all right. So
no,
there's
it's screwed on. I hope you know.
there's closet and then there's.
What is this? Inside that bed for the AC. And the other thing I was going to tell you is that you can use it as a trash bin. Use it as a trash bin. Thing up.
All right, guys, we just moved in. What's up? It's looking nice. Real big room here. Dad, how do you feel?
I feel tired. I feel thirsty, and I feel hungry.
Closet too. Oh, wait. Y'all see that? Now I'm hanging out in the Home Depot parking lot. You know, I'm just waiting and thinking about things. We moved everything in there pretty quickly. Yeah, now we're just chilling out. Alright, I'm actually waiting for my dad because he has to gas up the van and then return it. I'm in the original car. Recently I watched Fight Club and Brad Pitt's character said, "We work jobs we hate to buy stuff we don't need." Isn't that true? What really bothered me is that, like, there's different areas of my life that I want to explore, like different hobbies. They all require money. One of the biggest differences from last year is that I'm not currently training Muay Thai. Whereas last year I would be. I was in that gym every day. Why? 'Cause it's like $150 a month, and the way things are not working out as well this year, you know.
I didn't lament that. You know, when I first came to college, I realized I couldn't train Muay Thai at the same time in college because the gym's so expensive. I had to pay for like food and books and stuff. That really hurt. But then I got over it because I realized I was letting something go. And as I prayed with it, I was more able to make that sacrifice. And there was violin. I couldn't take violin lessons for the same reason. I had to let that go as well. Now there's many more things which the Lord asks of me to let go. And slowly and painfully I do. And I gain something each time. You don't lose without gaining something. Never. The Lord won't be outdone in generosity. You know, I think of the Bible verse where Christ says, "Do not be concerned with what you shall eat, with what clothes you shall wear." And the Lord tells us that these things will be provided for us to survive. There's many other things which we don't actually need, but we feel like we need. Just a few years ago, I believed that many things in my life were necessary, completely necessary. Completely necessary. I had to have a car. Completely necessary. How am I going to get around?
So I'm at home now after moving all the stuff. Took a nap and now it's time to work out. And this is another thing we're going to do today.
What's that? Take this thing out.
The fan blew up and went everywhere. And yeah, it's like a disaster, I think. What do you think? Okay.
I'm going to do Bulgarian split squats. I just did 10s for warm-up. And then I have 25 on these Lego brick dumbbells. So I think I'm just going to do 25 for 5 and make it really heavy. So what we got? Bulgarian split squats, hip thrusts, maybe some RDLs. How else am I going to hit hamstrings by myself here? Whatever else. It's nuts. I've only done warm-ups. My legs are already like... It's going to hurt, I'll tell you what. First set wasn't bad. I was able to do 10 reps with this and get to my RPE. I like Bulgarian split squats. They teach you a lot. It's very much an exercise you can half-ass. And one you can really maximize how low you go, how much stretch you get. Oh my gosh. I might slow down in the future for some more. Hello. Oh my God, bro, that workout. Those single leg squats, I can't. I feel great though. I did it. I did a hard thing. It's always those things that you don't need to do. I don't need to work out. I don't need to practice my violin. I don't need to. People need to work. People need to go to a job. I don't need to do this. It's painful. That's where it brings benefit. There's a lot of things we don't need to do. Like, I hear people today like saying, I just want to be a cat mom. I just want to be a dog mom. It's ridiculous. Yeah, you don't have to have kids. But if you're married, you're called to do that. Come on, don't be lazy. Don't reject what you're called to do. It's ridiculous. It's taking the easy way out. How many people have taken the easy way out? It's not me judging, it's wanting better for everybody. Because it doesn't just affect you, it affects all of us. If everyone took the easy way out, we wouldn't have anything. I'm about to finish what I was saying in the parking lot. Never before this year did I believe fully that what you own ends up owning you. I didn't really believe that. I thought, what's the big deal? Get a house, get a nice car. People talk about this all the time. You'll talk to people in a certain age range, and what do they talk about? I need this kind of house, I need this kind of car, and I need this kind of job. And I need this kind of relationship. And I need this kind of furniture, and I need this kind of stuff to populate my house. I need this kind of dog. This is ridiculous. I think a lot of people found disappointment because they had already planned their lives in a way which the Lord didn't want for them. Then when it doesn't happen, they say, why do I need God? And it's like the more things I detached from, or I was called to give up, the more I felt like, why was I carrying that? It's like I was walking around with a bunch of bricks, and God told me to drop one, and I dropped it, and I said, why was I carrying a brick? Well, why am I still carrying 40 of them? It's helpful to a certain extent. You just saw me working out on the home gym. I like having a home gym. But like Muay Thai, if the situation came where I need to give it up, of course I would. I'm not attached to my muscles. In fact, the size is not the primary reason why I work out. It's to build discipline. Because lifting weights and sleeping and eating right, day after day after day, there's so much value in just like building a routine like that. Doesn't have to be weights. It can be like tennis, like maybe you like playing tennis. Whatever. It's so valuable. And St. Ignatius of Loyola says that physical exercise, when ordered correctly, is a form of prayer. I offer up my workouts all the time as a form of prayer. I'm not even nearly there. I'm not even nearly where God calls me to be. And yet I find with increasing certainty that it is true. Your deepest happiness lies where you are called. And your deepest happiness lies in God, what He has for you. So much better than your own plans, right? Serving and loving other people. And that's where your own things will weigh you down. Right? It's the devil and the world's job to make it seem like all these things are very attractive, make them feel very nice, and make you distracted. As I've said before, the opposite of love is not hate. It's this distractedness, this complacency, this apathy. You won't meet 50 people who hate God in your life. You will meet thousands who are apathetic towards Him. That's why I always feel weird inside when I hear someone say, I don't have time to pray, I don't have time to work out. I wish I could do that. I wish I had as much time as you. You're so young, you have so much time. So ridiculous, bro. 1 year, do you not realize 1 year for me is 365 days? And 1 year for you is 365 days? I don't know when I'm going to die. I don't know how much time I have. I want everyone watching this to prioritize the right thing in their lives. And to start small. I'll share a little personal victory recently. Been very attached to my phone and Instagram Reels and going like this. How many people my age do that? Right? It's such a common thing. And I wanted to not scroll from 9 to 5. But I kept giving up. Okay, this sucks. So, let's not scroll from 10 to 5. Well, then I made it 10 to 6 so that I could like pray the Angelus and then go back and then open up a little scrolling after that. As ridiculous as that sentence sounds. 12 to 6. You know, it's just the right difficulty right now. I'll find myself almost clicking Instagram and then stop myself saying, nope. If I dragged it out any longer than 12 to 6, I wouldn't be able to do it. So maybe next week I'll do 11 to 6. Nobody's born a saint. Nobody's born with the ability to give up everything, right? Like a martyr. It's always a choice we make. That's the beauty of it, our free will. So I want everyone to watching this to take things at their own pace, but remember to take things. Don't be complacent. Don't say I can't do it. It's beautiful how we don't have it instantly. I think I'd be pretty sad if I woke up tomorrow with the gift of humility. Right? Because I want to humble myself. That in the process of seeking it, I get so much closer to God. But that process is ugly. Right? People look at that process and they don't want to do it. This is not me saying that, oh, I do my process every day. No, I skip often actually. This is me saying it's so necessary for us. This is my witness to that. I had an interview recently and a few more applications going through. Sell some stuff with Newman Club. And all of a sudden it's like things are resolving. Everything I was so anxious about is like disappearing. You know, I don't even feel a fraction of the anxiety and stress I did finals week right now. That situation was like, it was like the others in which I prayed and like God didn't respond to me immediately. In which I prayed for something to happen and it didn't happen. In which I prayed for peace and I didn't receive peace. Maybe one time I can think of I prayed for peace and it was 3 more weeks of hell. Right, because we have to gain all of it. We have to squeeze every last bit of virtue out of there. Pray for the virtues themselves. Pray for the strength to endure it. Right? If it's happening, that means it's supposed to happen. So don't pray for an end. Don't pray for an escape. Oftentimes I find that it's not the case that the devil makes us suffer and God makes us happy. It's the case that God makes us suffer and the devil gives us a way out. So we can be happier later, right? Common theme. Hard work now, rewards later. That's why working out has been so good for the spiritual life. Crazy. That's all I can say right now. I have so much more to learn. Giving up everything I have to God. As much as I can. It's hard, and it's a hard choice. Especially when I think of owning nice BMW M3 Comp. Stupid. It's so stupid. It's a nice car though, whatever. Oh God. The devil wants to trap you like in a box. So he'll start building up walls and saying, no, this is for your own good. This wall right here, this will keep the bad guys out. This gate right here, this is for your own safety. Before you know it, you're in prison. God sets you free. But it's a slog to be set free, and everyone has to go through it. I'm learning to love it though.